Today, we race for a grandfather clock here at the Martinsville Speedway. True short track racing for the first time in this Cup Series season. I'm usually pretty good on these sorts of tracks in the NASCAR Heat series, so let's see where we can put the number 88 Nationwide Chevrolet on the grid. So I got really loose out of turn 2 on my first qualifying. Jeez, 33rd. This is gonna get me roasted in the comments. I got really, I probably didn't get 2 seconds loose, but I was definitely loose in turn 2, and that bit me pretty hard. So this is not good for the whole rivals meter. We'll see how quickly we can get through the field, but I'm definitely going to not try to run anybody over, but no guarantees. Here we go. PRN will get us started, and we'll go racing at Martinsville.
We're coming to you live from Martinsville Speedway, located in Ridgeway, Virginia. Martinsville recently celebrated its 70th anniversary, and as part of that celebration, it was revealed that they will soon be hosting night races. In fact, the light poles are already in place around the track. No night racing today, but there's plenty to be excited about as we get ready for our first short track event of the year.
So, quick little political note. Is anyone else sick of night racing? Like, it was exciting in the 90s, but, like, has it run its course? I think it has. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments, but we just already fell back to 37th place and absolutely diving it down the inside. Well, we're going to fall all the way to last. What did I eat this morning that meant that I'm going to go this slow early on? Or maybe the AI have just completely improved at Martinsville. Because a lot of times it's a route at this track, and I guess it's not today. Because the last time I raced here was after a patch, or before a patch, so there have been a couple patches to this game since then. And it seems like they may have, whoops, sorry Timmy, I have to get going. It seems like they have improved the AI at this track a little bit. Interesting. There goes Timmy back to the inside, but we'll drive around the outside of him. We need to be careful. There are only 31 laps in this first stage, but it can get to the point where you can get lapped if you're going too slow, so we need to kind of try to work our way up through the field as best we can. Kind of running this high line. There's really no other choice at the moment. I think we've got a faster car than we certainly qualified with. That's what happens when you run one lap, and then that's your qualifying lap. You're kind of at the mercy of whether or not your car is perfect. Oh, to start out with. Thanks, Cole Witt. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Still there.
Yeah, this race is not going to help my rivals meter very much. So we're going to give Cole Witt a little bit of a shove down here in turn 1. I didn't really get him out of the way very well. 3 wide, yeah, baby. And more contact with Timmy Hill. So I love that the guys that are going to screw me over in Homestead when I'm lapping them to try to win a championship are the ones I'm building up my rival meter with. Good run off of turn 2 that time. I think I've definitely got a long run car here, not really a short run car. Although I tried to work around the outside of AJ Allmendinger, backed out of it. Discretion, better part of valor for now, he says, as he wrecks AJ Allmendinger. Ah, and there's a yellow. Well, you know what? Let's pit. Let's do a little bit of... Okay, so let's tighten the car up a little bit, because I'm not terribly confident in it at the moment. Put a little bit of tape on the grill as well. And we'll try to see if this will help the car a little bit. Hopefully it will. So here we go. Ready to go back to racing here at Martinsville. Oh, we're definitely quite twitchy now. Well, that was weird. That was very weird. Physics did not want to work right there. I don't know why the car was just like, nope, I don't want to turn. Or, no, it was like, I want to turn, I want to turn, I want to turn. And then it would, yeah. I think that was supposed to be wheel spin, but that just, that's not how wheel spin works. All right. Look at that drive off of the corner. That extra speed.
That's your bet.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
not a shocker, really. I knew I got such an incredible run off of turn 4 that I was like, yep, we're going right to the front.
Still there.
Also, I've said this in the past, but I'm not really sure how you get 4 turns out of Martinsville.
Still there.
I'm not sure where you make that distinction. It's definitely 2, but,
Clear high.
you know, tradition. I'm fine. You know, it's cool. You can call the entry and exit to the corner 1 and 3 and 1 and 4 and 2 and 4 and all that. Yeah, I get it.
Low. Clear down.
Wow, that was interesting. Oh, we're gonna wreck Allmendinger again. We are not helping our relationship with AJ Allmendinger, and I suspect we're probably gonna get some angry tweets from him in a bit. Timmy Hill's another one that I need to be nice to. That was a nice pass.
Still there. You're hitting your mark. Great lap.
It definitely improved the car. Well, Timmy decided to take a little bit of revenge there. Don't really blame
Clear
him.
up top.
Car's definitely handling a lot better now. So that makes me happy.
Stay on the
Oh
bottom.
yeah, look at this. So yeah, we were just running way too loose. That was stupid loose
Hold your line.
how I was running, because now suddenly the
Clear
car
all around.
is much more balanced. I feel I have a lot more confidence getting into the corners and also on the exit. I could have gotten on throttle way earlier there.
On the top.
I
Still
couldn't
there.
do anything because Mr. Chase Elliott was in the way. Well, that looks familiar.
Low.
In fact, there's Denny Hamlin up there as well. So these guys are relatively close. So on the brakes just a little bit. And look at that. The Red Sea parts slightly. Oh, what? That was Almirola. That was all Almirola. What was he doing? He dive bombed that car in there. That was a dive bomb. I mean, I'm one to talk, but that was a dive bomb to end all dive bombs, Mr. Almirola. Also, look at DJ Kennington up here in the top 20-ish. I think he's 22nd. And he's about to lose 22nd to Michael McDowell. As we go around Denny. I think Denny touched the wall just a little bit there. Can we sneak it up the inside, DJ Kennington? Nope, not quite. Oh, got him loose. Welcome to short track racing, Mr. Kennington. We're not as polite as we are in Canada, eh? What have we got here? Oh, 23 laps on the fuel. That's good. That means we're not going to be pitting in stage 1. And I don't think anybody else is either. But it's interesting to note. We're going to drive around the outside of everybody. And by everybody, I mean nobody. Because McDowell was able to get back to the inside and make a little bit of contact with Kane. 3 wide. Thanks, McDowell. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, 3 wide. 4 wide? Sure, why not? Oh, last of the late breakers on that one. And McDowell gets back underneath me.
Low clear.
I thought about setting him up for a dive bomb, decided against it. Smacked the wall anyway. Like you do. What do we got here? 8 to go. On the brakes just a little bit. Running a high line. Cut it down. Throttle. Off the gas. On the brakes slightly. Oops, contact
Hold your
with
line.
Stenhouse. Contact with Stenhouse.
Clear up top.
By Stenhouse. Let's get around McDowell. I've been behind McDowell for too long.
Stay on the bottom. Hold your line.
And a nice pass. Nice clean pass. We're gonna do some nice clean racing here, boys. Just touching the curb slightly. By slightly, I mean a lot, but hey, it didn't upset the car too much, so
Smoking
I got
lap.
away with it.
That's your bet.
Finally into the 19s. That would have been a nice lap to have in qualifying. But alas, it happens in the race. And Matt Kenseth, the pole sitter, comes into the pits. So Matt Kenseth, for whatever reason, is out of the race, out of contention.
Stay low.
5 to
Stay
go.
right there. Clear down low.
In the stage. Hard on the acceleration. on the brakes. Landon Castle looking very easily overtakeable.
Fast lap there.
Good lap once again. So yeah, we're definitely finding our groove here. It's definitely helping that the traffic is finally mercifully spreading out just a little bit the further up we get up the field. And that's just allowing me to run a better line, not be compromised the whole time. Heck, in 3 laps we might get some stage points here. Let's see if we can. We need 4 positions. And there are definitely 4 cars up there, at least, that we could pass. Although we've wasted a lap here without making any passing moves. But Larson got held up by Mr. Truex.
Car there.
At the risk of dooring Larson, we'll dive down to the inside. Nice move. Once again, a nice move. Pull around him. And for some reason, Jimmy the Juggernaut was running way down low. There are a lot of people running down low. Are they coming in? What the heck is going on here? 1 to go on the stage. Are they all running out? That could be a possibility. We could have stretched it too far. Yes! They are all running. Why are they all running so low? I don't get it. Can we get some stage points? No, I just completely blew it in turn 4. Unless we can absolutely get an amazing... Yeah, they're all out of fuel.
Yellow's out.
Wow, interesting. So 14th place, but they all ran out before the end of the stage. So does that mean we are going to get some amazing... Yes, it does. It means we're going to get some amazing track position. Now, here's the question. Do I stay out? I think I'm going to stay out. I'm going to take some track position. We're going to take a risk here. We're going to take this track position. We'll go for 15 laps, hopefully build up a nice gap. We'll have to come in. We'll lose a couple laps.
Almost ready.
But hopefully,
Nice smooth here.
there will be either a caution or a full round of green flag pit stops before we get to the stage break. So here we go. Time to make hay while the sun shines, because otherwise we're going to be in a world of hurt. But we're getting good runs off of turn 4, and look how OP my car is right now. It's possible because it's light on fuel, but also because I've been able to finally run a completely clear line. And this car is hooked up right now. I definitely went the right way with the adjustments under the first pit stop. And now we've got to go. Harvick 1.2 seconds back, which is an eternity on this track. And the lap times are only 20 seconds. It's a pretty good lead. Almost up to 2 seconds already. But again, this is what we need to be doing. It's crucial for the strategy of the race that we have chosen to absolutely blitz it right now as fast as we can. So that green flag pit stop is going to be a killer when we get there. But we've almost got 2 seconds on Harvick. He's probably cheating, no doubt about it. So really, we're 2 seconds ahead of Jamie McFlurry because Harvick's going to get his old Jimmy John's Ford encumbered. And we don't want a cucumbered victory. That would be a bad thing. But certainly, the lead I'm pulling out, maybe we're going to get cucumbered here. I don't know. Almost 3 seconds is the lead. And there's going to be people, I swear, there are going to be comments. Unironic comments. People say, it's not cucumbered, it's encumbered. But I said encumbered the first time, and then I thought it would be funnier just to say cucumbered. I hate to have to explain these jokes, but some of these guys in the comments, some of these guys, they just don't know. They don't know. So we're almost at 3 seconds out in front. We still got 9 laps in the fuel tank. So things are good right now. They're very good. Let's take a look at tires if I can. Yes. I think we may be able to get away with taking 2 tires. Right sides only, of course. On the pit stop. We're probably going to take 2 cans of fuel, so might as well put 2 tires on it. Kenseth is in the pit, so Kenseth, unfortunately for him, seems to be the first retirement of the race. And we are catching the back of the field right now. So here's an interesting strategy call. When I catch the lap traffic, should I pit then and try to avoid the lap cars? That's an interesting thought that I've just had. That's kind of what you do in F1 when you have a big lead, but you're worried about somebody, you know, undercutting you on the pit stop. If you come up behind a slower car, you pit, you get away from that other car, and your lap times don't suffer. We'll see what we got here. So we're 5 seconds ahead. We're not quite to the back of the field yet. I definitely took a risk out of turn 2 there. Very, very high and hard on the throttle. Coming close to the yellow line. Can't quite get out to the wall that time. We got 9 laps to go, or 19 laps to go. We had 9 in the fuel tank. I suspect we're significantly less now. Yeah, 6 laps. That's still more than enough to stretch if I want to. Not sure if I want to yet, to be honest with you. We still haven't quite caught the back of the field. We'll see if we lose time. It seems like they're fairly spread out, which makes me kind of confident that we'll be able to drive through them without losing time. But again, we'll see. Go on the curb. I am running that curb, and it's a risk every single time I do it. 17 laps to go. We're locking the brakes up, sliding the car in. Because I'm going for it, baby. Oh. A little too much curb usage, I would say there. But we have 5 seconds on Harvick now, which is all good in the hood right now. It's amazing how quickly I was catching these guys earlier. Now suddenly, kind of backed up. I wonder if we're at the point, if we're at that crossover point where I really should be getting in the pits. Yeah, we got held up there. I should have come in this time.
Hold the bottom. Hold your line.
Sorry, Corey. Corey is going to lose it. Is he going to bring out the caution? No, I don't think so, but we're going to come in.
Slow down.
Well, this is certainly a bold strategy. We'll see how it works out. We've just gone 1 lap behind the race. We'll probably end up 2 laps down, but again, we're hoping this thing goes green to the end of the stage. And even if it doesn't, we will get back on the lead lap, but it'll definitely screw us because we'll get a wave around. Plus, we'll get the lucky dog. So we'll get 2 laps back, essentially, on the stage break, if there is a yellow.
Stay low.
But there are cars getting lapped, so... Well, I guess we won't get a lucky dog then. Ooh, I may have made a bad error here. We'll see. Right now, we don't need to be trying to bring the yellow out. I can tell you that. Well, thanks, Gase. Appreciate it. 28 laps to go on the field, 12 laps to go in the stage.
Harlow.
Everybody else shouldn't be needing to come in fairly shortly, probably within the next 7 or 8 laps.
Keep it right there.
So that's going to continue to make things shook up and interesting. I just tried to get a good run on Gase there. This time we'll get to the inside. Almost door him. Thankfully we were fairly cautious there as Jeffrey Earnhardt just about got the outside wall there. I'm not sure how he didn't. Diving it down the inside, holding on to it, and accelerating off big time. Actually, well, no, we're 14 seconds behind LaJoy. I was gonna say, oh, we're only car a lap down, but we're not, because I believe Corey LaJoy and the rest are either in the process of being lapped or have already been lapped as we get into the back of Sadler. Do not spin, do not spin, do not spin, do not spin, do not spin. Whew. That is kind of the fear of the strict cautions, is you can really get really screwed on the strategy.
Hold your line.
So we need to make absolutely positive that we don't get screwed here.
Clear.
Need to go on the stage. Still no stops, which is kind of concerning me a little bit. And there's definitely a car crashed. Thanks, Castle. Oh, that was not what I needed to happen. That was not what I needed to happen. We're not gonna get a lucky dog either. So we're gonna pit. Yeah, we're just gonna do foreign fuel because we're gonna be at the back anyway. Well, okay, we're racing Corey LaJoy for the lucky dog spot. Dag nabbit.
Almost ready. Nice and smooth here.
Friggin' Landon Castle, you
Green flag.
scrub.
Green flag.
No wonder he doesn't have a ride anymore. Friggin' got wrecked. Screwed me over.
Clear up top. Clear down low.
Now we're losing out to Corey. We have to pass Corey LaJoy, otherwise this race is pretty much done. Toast, over with. To the inside of De Benedetto, we get him. Oh no! Take Corey LaJoy with us. No. Oh, they didn't bring out a yellow.
Caution, caution.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ty Dillon gets a stage win. Corey LaJoy gets to stay out. That's annoying. That is really annoying. So I'm going to have to pass everybody on track twice.
Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Only green. Green flag. Green flag. Carlo.
Oh boy. Well, it would have been a brilliant strategy had it worked out. But it certainly didn't. And around goes Earnhardt. That might bring out the yellow. No. Nope. No caution. They didn't put it out. Not putting it out now. That's for sure.
Stay high. Car there.
So we just got to start unlapping ourselves manually because I can't rely on the caution.
Clear low.
But we do know we have a strong car. And Ty Dillon was the stage winner. Now he's 34th.
Carlo.
And he definitely came across my nose there. Boy, he tried to spin, and he just was not going to spin. There goes Ty back to the inside. We're going to race him pretty hard. I just realized I've just probably created a ton more rivals by doing all this nonsense. But oh well, we have to do what we have to do. 3 wide
Stay
underneath
low.
Busher.
Hold your line. Car high.
There's a car that almost got turned up there. It was Trevor Bayne.
Clear high. All clear.
Elliott touches the wall. Maybe to the inside of Sadler. On the brakes, on the curb, on Joey Gase. And around goes Busher, around goes Kennington. Everybody didn't bring out the yellow. Well, we'll get on back on the lead lap, so, okay. There we go, lucky dog, okay. Well, we brought out our lucky dog, that's all we needed. Now,
Stay sharp. Green's coming.
now
You're
things
about to
get
throw the green.
interesting.
Green, green.
We'll launch the car in 4th gear, screw it. Underneath DJ Kennington, who's not been having a good day and probably does not like me very much
Top
anymore.
is clear. Car inside.
We'll drive around the outside of him, so here we go. The inside of Corey LaJoy, just a little bit of bumping. Couldn't quite get to him. You gotta be careful, like happened to me on the last stint when I got into the side of one of the cars. It just spun me out, so you be careful coming off the corner.
Hold your line.
We're diving up the inside of Ty Dillon. This will be a good run. Underneath Witt and McDowell.
Stay right there.
On the throttle, De Benedetto touching the outside wall.
Hold the bottom. Still there.
A little bit of contact with De Benedetto again.
Stay on the
Off the
bottom.
corner
Hold
we
your
drive, 3 wide with Sadler and Ware. Absolutely,
Clear down low.
completely,
Car underneath.
and utterly, and totally, and all of those descriptive words dove up the inside of them. And I used half of a lap at Martinsville to describe one move. That is talent, folks. And speaking of talent, we're passing Chase Elliott.
Car there.
Did you think I was going somewhere with that? And they are 3 wide behind me, and Blaney's hitting the wall. It's all kicking off here. Everybody's driving like caged animals right now. It's crazy. Including me, because I was diving off that curb there. We got into Joey Gase, rattled his cage a little bit, diving down the inside, and around goes Joey Logano. that was Hamlin getting into the back of Logano. That was Hamlin getting into the back of Logano. Holy smokes, freaking Denny Hamlin. Oh,
Car
Well, we
outside.
just killed all front row motorsport. Castle deserves it. SOB screwed up my strategy. Why you screw up my strategy, Landon? Why you do this? Almost hitting the outside Toyota barrier there. I'm surprised they haven't sponsored the safer barrier yet. This safer barrier hit brought to you by Toyota.
All right.
Let's go places,
Clear line.
including going into the wall.
3 wide.
3 wide indeed, spotter, and we just
Clear up top.
give Mr. Bain a little bit of a shove, and screw you, Castle. Screw you, Castle.
Stay
Let's
high.
drive down into
Steady.
it. Yeah,
All clear.
everybody's gonna love me because I'm driving dirty at Martinsville. Don't people love that? Oh wait, they don't. Well, I hit Landon Castle, so yeah, everybody would hate me. It's only if you hit a driver that people don't like, is that people will like you for it. If you hit somebody that people like, oh, you're in trouble. Well, we're up to 17th, so we're doing pretty well. Let's see what we can do with Senpai here. See if we can chop down the inside of him. No, haven't quite got the grip. We hit the Toyota safer barrier there. Thank you for Toyota for saving my life. If I had not hit that safer barrier, I'd be a dead man. Oh,
right
down the
there.
inside, making a little bit of contact with Senpai. Not what we want to be doing, but
Top is clear.
we got him back. So I was paying attention to Senpai in the mirror, and I totally missed the fact that I was needed to get off that corner properly. And there goes Larson falling back. And now we'll be up to Logano here. Logano's probably pretty happy that Kenseth is out of this race at the moment. Lifting off the throttle, hard on the brakes. And we still have 41 to go. I think this is a 25% race around here is 100 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Because that would mean the race is 400 laps. I am a smart person. And I hit the wall again, which is just not a good thing. David, stop. I've hit the wall every straightaway for the last few laps. I'm focusing on so hard on catching. Oh, Hamlin just.
All right.
What
Clear
the
up
heck
top.
was? He just pushed up incredibly high for virtually no reason, from what I can tell. Now
Stay on the
underneath
bottom.
Logano and clearing
Clear up top.
Logano. So we're moving up in the world. Finally. Seems like we found a little bit of pace that we were lacking earlier, because suddenly we're passing everybody. Either that or they're all coming into the pits, which I suspect they'll have to do pretty soon anyway. Again, a bad outbraking maneuver there. Making a little bit of contact with Boyer, almost catching the wall, but somehow I didn't.
Clear.
On the brakes hard there.
Car inside.
And I turned down across Truex. No doubt about it, that was my fault. I'll own up to that one. But it was because I needed to block him, which I
Hold
did,
your
so
line.
sorry.
Clear high.
Almost hitting that Toyota safer barrier once again. A life-saving device. We're almost up into the top 10. Too bad it doesn't mean anything. The stage points aren't a thing anymore in this race.
Car there.
Diving down to the inside once again. And around Allmendinger, who's actually worked his way up quite nicely through the field. At one point he was last because of the fact that I plowed him into turn 3. And Numa having trouble coming off of turn 4. So we'll take advantage by just plowing his
Right there.
Caterpillar in turn 1. Now in behind Jimmy the Juggernaut. Lifting off
right.
slightly early because I don't want to
Clear up
Juggernaut
top.
Jimmy. Here we go. Inside move. 34 to go.
Keep it
Amazing. I
right
haven't
there.
led nearly as much of this race as I would have liked to be, or liked to have had. And certainly not as much as I usually lead in these Martinsville races. So I guess it's good I fell 2 laps down, because now suddenly it's a fairly competitive race. And there are cars running low, so that makes me think we're going to see pit stops from the leaders here momentarily.
Car
And
ahead,
indeed,
Jimmy.
here they come. So we've still got 14 laps on the fuel tank, so maybe, just maybe, this whole fuel strategy is going to work out for us finally. Into the lead we go. So not just gaining positions, but gaining the lead. So now we're all by ourselves here for 14 laps before we need to come into the pits. And here comes the entire field. Boy, I hope that doesn't bring out the yellow, as everybody's literally just stopped coming into the pits. But I'll tell you what, that is going to make those guys' lives a living... Uh-oh, I see smoke up here. I see a lot of smoke. And I guess whoever got crashed saved it, and we continue on. Interesting. Still cars trying to get into the pits that were running at the back, so there's going to be a lot of cars, a lot of laps down, as Cole Witt is now running second. Ty Dillon is third. Corey LaJoie is fourth, also back from 2 laps behind the race, so this is interesting. DJ Kennington, I think we're putting him like his 3rd or 4th lap down. He's definitely been in that pit for a while. This is only going to help the people who are staying out because they're not being hamstrung by the cars entering and exiting the pits. As you can see, though, even those guys aren't even part of the battle. So I was looking at Sadler and whatnot coming into the pits, but that was not. Those guys aren't even in the top 5 right now. In fact, neither is Timmy Hill, who's just in front of me. So they must be on a similar strategy to me. So this could be a very, very screwy Martinsville race in terms of the finishing order, as McDowell runs very, very low out of turn 1. Not sure what he's doing there.
Hold your line.
Now we're running into the point where we got cars on fresh tires, as I just avoided him, and it looks like Paul Menard coming back into the pits from 38th position, so Paul Menard must have had tire issues or something. And now we go a lap up on the entire field as we, yes, lapped Cole Witt, as I touch the wall just a little bit again, because of course I have. What else would I be doing with the wall in NASCAR Heat? Joey Gase in 20th. Let's see if we can sneak down to the inside of him. Dive it down nice and easy, off the corner, side by side. And we'll get around him, and what is Keselowski just about wrecked David Reagan for no reason. And contact, and around goes Joey Gase, and that was not going to be savable in any stretch of the imagination.
Back her down.
So, lots of people pitting. We'll have to pit as well. And there are a lot of cars, a lot of laps down. We may be the only car on the lead lap. We'll have to see. As, yes, we're the only car on the lead lap. The strategy works, folks. The strategy works. It's a happy day. So full lap up on Kurt Busch. Oh boy. I'm a happy camper. I am a happy camper. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get an IMSA margin of victory. Let's go for 3 or 4 laps. Probably won't quite get that to that, but you know, we have 29 laps of fuel left.
We've got 20 laps left.
And 20 laps to go in the race, so we're pretty good. Pretty good. Now we just need to see if we can clear all these guys. We'll be catching traffic, I would imagine, within the first 15 laps of this stage, if I'm not mistaken. But we certainly aren't really putting the distance between the second place on track, anyway, car that we were earlier. And now we start to get going. We're starting to find some of that momentum back. I'm getting my mojo back for this track, as I've gained it, lost it, gained it, lost it in this race. And certainly the spotter was happy with the last lap, so I'll be happy with it as well. How many laps to go as we cross the line? 17. On the throttle kind of late. That was kind of a late apex, if I do say so myself. So right now, the top 4, look at that top 4. Ty Dillon, Cole Witt, Corey LaJoie. Kurt Busch is the only one I could imagine would actually be up here in real life, and he's 5th, 1 lap down. Of course, the guys who got the wave around are at the back. So they'll be one of the some of the first cars I end up lapping when we get to the back of the field. It should be in a bit, but who knows.
You're getting faster out there. Great lap.
Another really fast lap from me. Thank you very much. I will keep running fast laps. On the brakes. We've got about a half a lap lead
Great lap.
on the car behind me, which I think is Suarez. But again, it doesn't really matter because it's not for position. I'm just using it more to gauge where the rest of the field is relative to me when we get into traffic. And I see the back of the field coming around turn 1 now. So here we go. 13 laps to go. Lucky 13. Oop, almost hit that Toyota wall, which has not been my friend today. Certainly not. Ty Dillon has had a good race today. I will say that, because a stage win plus second place right now, knock on wood, if he stays there, that's a good day for Mr. Dillon. Of course, Austin Dillon is right now the points leader, technically, because he's the driver with the most points without a win. So he's the guy right now that's winning the points race, even though he's not like winning the regular season championship or any of that nonsense. And there is the back of the field.
10 to go. 10 to go.
And there is a bunch of smoke up there. Ah, ha ha, Danica. Danica, why you do this? Why do you do this? You're gonna give somebody, you're gonna give it to, you know what? That's an intentional spin. That's a freaking intentional spin. Danica spun out to give her teammate back the lead. Oh wait, it's not Kurt Busch in second. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. She gave Ty Dillon the free pass for some reason. Not sure why. Good job, Danica. Good job. Good. You did it. Well, anyway, Kurt Busch is back there now. But it doesn't matter. Ty Dillon will now be on the lead lap. Cole Witt looking for that. Oops, we don't want to bring out a yellow there, Mr. Land. Here comes Kurt. Drive it in deep.
Car inside.
And Kurt's trying to get there. He's trying to get there, but he couldn't quite get there. That was amazing commentary. 6 laps to go here at Martinsville. A long race as it usually is. We're about to see the end of it. So we're driving off of turn 4.
5 laps to go.
With 5 remaining here at Martinsville, trying to get that grandfather clock. And Kurt Busch has left those smaller teams for dead. So he's clearly cheating. Stuart Haas is clearly cheating. Suspend his car chief, but don't take away his win. You can't do that. 4 laps to go. .4 seconds on Ty Dillon. He's more than likely very, very mired in traffic right now because, again, you got to wave around, but you got to start at the tail of the field when you get a wave around. 3 to go. 2 laps till we have an official race. I don't really want to be doing a whole lot of green-white checker restarts because every green-white checker means another car in the lead lap, and screw that. That's another potential loss in the end of the race, and I don't want any more of those.
Almost there. 2 left.
2 remaining in the race. So we got to make it around 2 more corners, and then we'll essentially have it. No matter what, next flag will end the race. We are coming down the main straightaway, across the line. Yes! White flag. So can we get it done?
Caution, caution, caution. Watch for debris.
That's not how the force works. This is not ARCA. I crossed the line, but you're not listening. So we're going to have to battle Ty Dillon. Kurt Busch gets a free pass, but he's in the back. So, 2 more laps at Martinsville. Now a 102 lap race because it wasn't long enough to begin with. Green is out. We leave Ty Dillon for Chips. Now we've got 2 laps to settle this one. On the throttle. Ty Dillon falling back, so he will not challenge me at the moment for the win. It looks like Denny Hamlin was involved because Denny's in the pits. So crossing once again the white flag.
Okay, last time around.
Last lap. Can we get it done? Well, we've crossed the overtime line, so that should be the end of the race if there is another problem. But it doesn't look like there is going to be. We are going to come down the main straightaway and take victory here at Martinsville. Okay, well that was an interesting race. It was actually 129 laps. I don't know where I got that 100 lap figure. It was longer than I originally thought it was. That Ken's with 105 laps down. Woo! Not a good day for him. Not a good day for him. But it was certainly a good day for us. And let's take a look at the points, because they're probably pretty shook up. Well, first of all, we need to take a look at money. Because money, yeah, you know what. We're still not at that $10 million mark, but we are very, very close. Probably within the next race, we will get that. And looking at the points, ironically, I just realized I'm driving the 8 car. Technically, it's scoring me as the 8 car, and I'm in the Dale Jr. car. Just an interesting thought on that one. So Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, the other 2 drivers with wins this season. Keselowski has now moved into the points lead with Eric Almirola in 5th, so good for him. Joey Logano with 1 playoff point in 6th. Kurt Busch, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, and Mark Truex. So it wasn't as screwed up as I thought it would, though Almirola's a bit of an outlier, I would say. And, well, let's celebrate. Oh yeah, look at that clock. That's a clean clock. All right, I like that clock. And there's the good old Nationwide 88. It's awfully dark. Why don't you turn on the lights, Martinsville? You paid to put them in, can't pay to turn them on. It's awful dark here. That's what happens when you run 129 laps. Good grief. All right, let's get some trash talk going. We had some good incentive payouts and whatnot. Uh-oh.
Hey, I want to let you know, some of the guys out there don't like the way you're driving. You're all over the place. You got to reel it in, because if you don't, you're going to start making some real enemies.
Wait, hasn't he already given me that? Oh, this is real rich. This is real rich. Yeah, you're one to talk, Austin. You're one to talk. You're one to talk. You're one to talk. I'm keeping my eye on you, Dylan. You and your hypocrite. You know what? He's defending his brother. I'll give him a little bit of... No, I won't give him a pass. Screw you, Austin. Well, that's it? Okay. Well, just not too much trash talk. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, where are we headed next? We're headed to Texas. And for $500,000, good God, Eddie. Eddie Gossage with the freaking huge payouts. Huge payouts. Well, we're going for a lot of cash. Cash money in Texas. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next video.